Okay, that's great. So we are HAIP. We're a token launchpad for games and films, a platform for investing in entertainment. So entertainment market, especially indie, is booming right now. It's growing exponentially every year. People are spending more and more money every year on games and films. Every day, 50 new games are added on Steam. That's a lot. So we've talked to hundreds of fans and game creators, and they don't often have so much benefits. When they go for money, for funding, they lose ownership over their project. They just give away their IP, their intellectual property. It's the world they create, the Star Wars, The Witcher. They have to give away the rights to it, and they cannot market their game because they cannot compete on paid marketing with big players. Community marketing, great, but it's so hard to engage people long term. But there is a solution to it. They have more or less 20,000 active fans, these producers, and 80% of these fans are eager to finance or promote their game if just given the right tool for it. So let me show you how HAIP works, how the platform works. So it's a platform that allows you to find the game you really love from the creators you really love, and not only purchase the license of the game, but also become the co-owner and co-creator of that game. What does it mean? So let me show you how it works. Nikolai, imagine that George Lucas came to you and said, I know you are into sci-fi, so if you like the project I'm producing right now, Star Wars, and you're willing to help me by giving, let's say, 100 euros, if we succeed together, I will share profits with you on it. And not only that, because you will get profit from everything we create, pajamas, games, films, you name it, the whole world of it. Not only that, you will be asked for your creative opinions on the game. So that's how you can put the game on the platform. You can see the tokenomics, the project roadmap, how it develops. As an investor, you can always invest in the project. But the party starts here, really. It's not only the money from the revenue, but there is a value to the token because you can trade it like cryptocurrencies, like stocks. You can trade the Witcher, the Star Wars, or any other IP. And if you are a token holder, you're more than a fan because you are a super fan that is asked to vote on creative decisions. So if you like Star Wars, this model of Death Star or the other one, that's great for the fans, but also for the creators that can monetize on creative process. And that was not possible before. Okay, let's hop back into the project. So who are the people that will come to the platform? So we've talked to many of the community members of the projects of our clients, the games, and they're willing to invest, great conversion rate, and more than 40%. Not only that, there are people like millennial and Gen Z investors that invest more emotionally. They invest out of boredom. They invest in stocks like Tesla, like investing on assets on Revolut. It has to be easy, and you have to be passionate about it. On the other hand, there are many indie game producers, and Poland has most of them. Like it's a huge hub for indie game producer, more than 400 companies, studios just in Poland. They're fed up with paid marketing budgets, wasting money. Community marketing, great, but we need a tool to incentivize people, and financing takes too long and giving away the IP. So they're happy to be helped by HAIP. You could say, yeah, but there's Kickstarter. But okay, Kickstarter, it's not an investment tool. It's a pre-order tool. So you just put the game and that's it. You can send newsletters to the people, but it doesn't engage people long-term. It doesn't give anything in return. So we are a long-term engagement tool and actually fundraising tool. We are launching soon our ICO. It means that the digital currency of the platform will go public to raise money. We'll have first project co-created on social media, on Twitter. Then we are building the MVP right now. It will be launched soon. And in the end, our goal is to open a token exchange that will raise the revenue dramatically, because we could have the transaction fee from every token trading of our token holders. Our traction, we've signed many partnerships, more than 15 with stock listed studios, but we have 3 projects signed already for the platform. Nice communities, more than 80,000 people. We already interviewed them, willing to buy the tokens. So 3 games from these guys. Platish Image is a strategic partner of HAIP, the producers of the Witcher series. How we make money? It's crowdfunding, so we get preparation fee, commission from raised capital, but it's also like a fund, because we have some of the tokens of the projects. And on the other hand, we are a Web3 business, so we make money on transactions of the trading the tokens and token sale. In the end, like I said, we want to have a centralized exchange. Why now? Because it's a booming market, the gaming market, the entertainment market. There's so many games you cannot sell them. There is one guy, Greg Styczeń, a Polish developer, and he had phenomenal outcomes by asking people on the social media every day how they see the changes in the game, asking them for their opinions. He sold more copies than many Ubisoft games. So the trend is there. The technology is here, because Web3 right now has so many UX improvements that it can be easy as buying something on Revolut, that easy. And young investors, they like these assets simply because they prefer in things they're passionate about. And we invest in meme coins, in Tesla stocks, and I believe is a great product for them. And we know that because we ask them. So me and Jan, we know each other since high school. We're great friends. Jan was a marketeer and film producer. I was a film producer, theater maker, and crypto investor. That's how I make a living. Clara is a full stack developer, but also a Web3 developer. She wrote her first smart contract in 2017. Jarek, he's in our cap table. He's the co-founder of Platish, the producer of The Witcher. And Gustav, he's an angel investor and also CEO of Digital Kingdom, the leading digital marketing agency in Poland. That's our core team. And we believe we can build it. We believe it's the right time for it. And that's our ask. It's 500K for the MVP launch, for marketing push, and for smart contract and blockchain deployments. Thank you.
Good pitch, actually. Again, I'm most likely a little bit biased because the whole Web3, I may be a little bit skeptical, but I would say if I was an investor and investing in all these things, why not just Crowdcube, Seeders, and all these platforms? Because it's extremely hard. It's like building these, platforms. It's like, I'm not saying building Amazon, right? But this matching of both sides of these platforms are just so hard. So if I want to invest, I can invest at Seeders and Crowdcube. I can even get tax incentives. They even launch secondaries. I of course see the other element where you're doing with the engagement with fans, but that would be my skepticism. But that's just me, because you can already buy and sell all these assets. You mentioned Kickstarter, but I think Kickstarter is the wrong company to compare with, because Kickstarter is only for pre-ordering, as you said.
Okay, so equity crowdfunding platforms are a competition to us, but not a direct one, because they require a company, a legal entity that you invest in. And at HAIP, the process is much, much simpler. So instead of all the financial regulations and all the hassle becoming launched on Simblink or something like that, we allow the creators to tokenize their project within a couple of clicks, and they tokenize the brand. So you get the profits from the license.
What about the legal framework for this in Europe? Because if you market this to European citizens, for instance, I have a small fund, a really micro fund.
Yeah.
I'm regulated by Danish financial authorities, and I'm not even allowed to market to retail investors, right? And you all know the crowdfunding regulation regarding that. What does the financial authorities saying that you are market this to German, Polish, Danish citizens?
Yeah, so we consulted it with law firms, already free law firms. And what they say is it can be legal if you give the revenues, the rewards in cryptocurrency, which is extremely easy to withdraw afterwards. And that's like this till the MiCA comes, the new regulation. We have more than a year to raise another round and have the ECSP license, which is expensive but not unavailable. Till then, it's totally possible to reward the gamers with cryptocurrencies because it's not actual money. So it's a bit easier. It doesn't mean there are no regulations at all, but it's not the company, it's the brand. And I think,
just like me, if I was an investor, I like the fact that I'm investing in something where I actually have a company and I know the ownership and I know who's in control, who's legally responsible. That's just me, and that's maybe because I'm too old for this. I'm just saying that investing in something where someone out here are promising to give a share of some profits, right? What if they license this out? Because at some point of time, the IP is owned by someone, right? If I invent something, a digital whatever, and I seek a trademark on that, someone owns that, and I would be highly skeptical about whether they will really give me the money that I have my tokens are worth. But that's just how I am. I would think it will be really, really hard to control in real life.
yes, so you actually get almost the same thing as a publisher gets. A publisher is a guy that invests in the game at the really early stage. So you get the token is legally bound to a right to share profit from the IP. You don't actually have the IP, but you legally have a right to share profit from the IP.
But enforce that. That would be mine. So now, Nikolai, I raised my game here. The game becomes very popular. It's going out here. I own some IP, and that's owned by me because I'm the one who actually have sent in this trade application, whatever. Now I sell this for 2 million to Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Enforce that. It's just like but okay, now we're getting into the details.
Yeah, but I think if you sell to Walt Disney, you make the same thing as you would sell a company on stock exchange. I think there is enough money to just buy the tokens from the people and pay them for it.
You assume that all people are.
No, I don't assume there is a legal way to do it, and they are protected legally. Yeah. I understand the risk of it, and there is a risk of it that of course there can be scammers, but mostly right now we have stock listed companies that already did 5 games or more, and they have communities, so if they lose these communities, they are just finished as game creators. So
I'll just say that 4 years ago there was the first wave of ICOs, and in theory none of them could scam people, right? What happened in real life, that 95% of those, is my own figure I give out, ended up not working and all being scams. So I'm just saying that as an investor, that for stuff like this, I follow your good intention about matching these two groups. I think there is a real need to get better funding for these indie game manufacturers. I think that pros and cons and put that on the blockchain, but for me that's just like, the real thing you're doing is you're matching these two entities, which is basically a crowdfunding platform, which there's no doubt that that is a market. I'll be, as a personal investor, let's assume this was not even on blockchain. Let's just try to separate these two. Let's assume there was just a regular thing for this. I'll be afraid of simply the cost, acquisition cost, whether you can actually get all these people on board, because it is a platform. It is we can call it something else, but it's a crowdfunding platform with some extra benefits. I'll be too afraid of that. But I actually think you have a good pitch, and I actually think that you have the fact that the two of you know each other. It's good that you mentioned that in the pitch, because that's a huge advantage. Of course, also that you already are in dialogue and working with these game companies. I think it's a great way to do it. I would then, can you convince normal business angels to invest in ICOs? I think it's very hard. It most likely someone who is in crypto already and would like to transfer some of their funds to that. That would be my guess. So that's also why I'm a little bit careful about being too harsh in what I'm saying, because I'm totally biased in experience the last ICO hype. Yeah, does it make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. But I think we have some strong cards on it, because the project you said were scams. That's why we want to bring like real life tokens to it, because there are real entities behind the stock listed studios that are bound legally to these tokens, and they're selling their IPs. Like, for example, big football teams are tokenized as well. So there is a legal entity behind. It's not Web3 world. It's bringing the Web3 technology to just connect these two groups. But it's not Web3 at all. We just use the technology to do it.
But I think you actually do a good pitch. I think you highlight the thing that needs to be done, and the team. I think that's basically my key message to you. Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.